Today we are going to talk about migration in birds. We know all there is a lot of migration. Even we have heard the migration of birds from north hemisphere to south hemisphere and from south hemisphere to north hemisphere. Even from the altitude that is Himalaya to the plateau area. So we are going to see what is the migration in birds. This is the definition. Periodical movement of bird or birds to near or distant place for long or short duration in search of food, shelter, or breeding is called as migration. That is, the distance may not be too long or too far, but the migration is due to the shelter, food, and the breeding. Next one is the habit of the birds. What are these habits? The figure shows two territories, that is territory A and territory B. Let's see how the migration occurs. Some birds migrate from territory A to territory B and again come back to the territory A. That is actually the migration. Even this figure shows the territory A, that is the resident birds, which even the migrate or circulate from single territory, that is amongst the territorial area, and from one territory to other territory it is called as the migration. What are these are the causes of migration? The main source is the food source. In search of the food material, the migration occurs. Then in search of water sources, the migration occurs. Weather changes, breeding, parental care, instinct, and hormonal stimuli. These are the what are the kinds of migration? We are going to see now what are the kinds of migration. The first type or the kind of migration is the latitudinal migration, and the example is golden plover. What is latitudinal migration? That is from the north hemisphere to the south hemisphere, or vice versa. That is, it may be from south hemisphere to the north hemisphere. This type of migration is called as latitudinal migration, and the example is the best example is the golden plover, found migrating from North America to South America and again reverse back, return back from South America to North America. Second one is the longitudinal migration. The example is the starling. What is the longitudinal migration? That is from one longitude to other longitude. The example is from Europe to Asia, or from back from Asian continent to the Europe continent. The example you see, this is the starling bird which migrate from Europe to Asia during the breeding season. See, this picture shows how the migration occurs of the starling bird. Third one is the altitudinal migration. Altitude means from the top of the mountain to the plateau, or reverse back from plateau to the mountains. These are the two examples, that is the coots and grebes. These are Indian examples, you can say. They migrate from Himalaya, top of the Himalaya to the plateau area, and again goes back to the Himalaya during the summer season. The fourth one is the partial type of migration. That is, they do not leave the native place or native land. Example, you can see the two example, that is the red beast, the bird, and the bird. The next one example is the bluebird. Next type of migration is the irregular migration. Adult migrate, adult birds migrate in all direction for food and safety after the breeding. You see, these are the two examples, that is the blue heron and the cuckoos. Next type of the migration is called as the seasonal migration. That is, during the spring season, these birds migrate towards north side, and during autumn or rainy season, during winter season or autumn season, they migrate towards the south side. These are again two examples you can see, the bird swift and snow bunting. What is the range of migration? The birds migrate from 1 to 2 miles to up to 11,000 miles. These are two examples you can see, Himalayan partridge, which migrate only 1 to 2 miles during migration, whereas the Arctic tern migrates about 11,000 miles, that is from American continent to the Asian continent. What are the routes of migration? Generally, the birds follow same route. That is, when they migrate from the follows the same route, they come back to their original place through the same route. Also, they use geographic factors like sea and islands, coast route, river valley route, mountain ranges, and plain routes. What are the advantages and disadvantages of migration? We are going to see the advantages first. The suitable place for breeding and feeding. It also gets more food material, more time to search food, escape from cold, heat, and storms, high survival, gametic exchange with distant species. These are the advantages. You see, these are the four mainly the four disadvantages of migration. Expensive in terms of energy. It requires large amount of energy for the migration. It also causes casualty. That is the death of the birds occurs during this migration. Predators. Many times predators prey use these birds as the prey. And last one is the number of diseases which varies from one area to another area. Thank you.